yours.
All right, thank you, Shahid. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll be sharing my slide. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Let me share the slide first. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everybody. I hope all of you are doing fine, well, healthy, have a peaceful mind. Okay, so this is going to be another interesting session where I believe most of you are either a PhD, either currently working on your PhD, or maybe some of you thinking about pursuing PhD, or some of you maybe just completed your PhD. So that's what I figured. Okay, so this is going to be a very interactive session. So I would like to discuss to get your feedbacks so that we can do some discussion at the same time while I'm doing my presentation. Okay, so basically the topic that I'm going to present today is PhD career. What do I do after a PhD? So this can be very interesting for some people, and then sometimes for some other people who are not sure what to do, it will be quite a problem. So the most important thing is you know what you want to do. Okay, you know what you want to be in the next 5 years or something like that. Okay, so but before I'm going to present my before I present, okay, just to let you know, I'm from the Center for Engineering Education. Hold on, the slide is not moving. Okay. A brief background about myself. Okay, I'm from the Center for Engineering Education. As mentioned by Shahid just now, the MC, I have been a practicing engineer for 6.5 years in the oil and gas industry, as well as in the oil and fats industry from 2003 to 2008. So I'm in the picture. I'm squatting on top of one of the storage tank. The storage tank capacity, that storage tank capacity is about 1,000 ton. Okay, so this is where I was working as a process engineer in 2007 in a physical refinery plant. All right. Okay. So after 2007, 2008, I joined UTM as a lecturer that time. And then 2009, I continued my PhD. So you can see at the picture below there, next to it, I was doing an experiment, a catalytic reaction of glycerol to be converted to light in our Faculty of Chemical Engineering. I graduated, or I completed my PhD in 2013, and immediately after that, I get back to service. All right. So if you have any question, if you want to ask anything, feel free to put down in the chat box. Okay. So up to now, I have some postgraduate students. Some graduated. I still have a bunch that have not graduated yet, but it's okay. Just to let you know, when I have student close to me means either final year students, final year project students, or my academic students, academic advisor, penasihat academic students, or my final plan design year project students. I will normally ask them, okay, tell me, what is your ambition? What is your ambition? So I need to know what is their ambition. What do you want to be after you graduate? This is a very important question. When I was doing my undergraduate degree, bachelor degree, chemical engineering, I already knew what I want to be. Anybody want to guess what I want to be? Please put at the chat box. Okay, we are not yet into the session. This is just a small interactive ice breaking. Put in the chat box if you know what I want to be, what I plan I want to be. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, Akil mentioned that I want to be a process engineer. Wong Chang Kun say I want to be a lecturer. Okay, anybody else want to guess? This is getting fun. You know, I'm having a headache, but I'm getting fun. I feel the headache is disappearing because of the interaction. Okay, Muhammad Mahdi says I want to be a lecturer. Rahida say I want to be a lecturer. Okay. Izamno says I want to be a lecturer. Okay, enough for that. Yes, I already want to be a lecturer. So when I was doing my bachelor degree, I already set my target. I want to be a lecturer. Okay, so I work my way hook by lecturer, and even when you see that I have 6.5 years, 6 years plus of experience as a process and project engineer, okay, that is mainly because I have not yet successfully become a lecturer, but I still pursue to be a lecturer. Okay, so I will stop there for a while. So I will continue our talk. Okay, later I will continue this story. Okay, so this is an adventure of you. Okay, now I'm assuming that all of you want to do PhD and is doing PhD, and you plan to have a doctor in front of your name. So if you are now Mr. Hizamno, so later you will be Dr. Hizamno. That's an example. Or if now you are Mr. Madi, then after this you will be Dr. Madi. Okay, but which PhD year are you in at the moment? Can I know? Anybody can say, put in the chat box, I want to see at which particular year. If you have not started, you can say you have not started. If you are thinking of pursuing, you just mention you want to pursue. If you are in year 1, you mention year 1, year 3, year 4, just mention it. If you are already if you have graduated, then you just let me know. Just put in the chat box. Okay, Zahid Han, year 4. Musa Dranka, year 1. So a lot of, okay, some of you year 3, year 1. Okay, interesting. Okay, Nazim Zainal, year 1. So that's good, that's good. So for those of you who are still working on your PhD, all the best. Okay, work hard, be dedicated. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I'll share some interesting point here. So Vimal Raj also year 1 and so on. Okay. Okay, this is very important. So maybe you have seen this table before, maybe you have not seen, but what I want to highlight here is that the 21st century learning requirement, although maybe this has always been shown for undergraduate students, but I would like to show this to postgraduate students as well. You guys need to have competencies and character qualities as shown in the table here. Okay, you need to have the critical thinking, problem solving skill. You need to have the creativity. You need to have the communication, collaboration. Okay, you need to have the curiosity, intuitive, persistence, grit, leadership, social and cultural awareness. You need to have all of this to be a successful person. Okay, PhD is not just you are like working on a template. Your supervisor asks you to do this and then you do that. Okay, it's not work. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you are supposed to build up your skills, your competencies, your character, and so on. Okay, I have a question here at the chat box. Okay, I just read. What is benefit PhD for engineering contractor? Okay, I'm not going to answer this now, but I'm going to put here at my notes to be answered at the middle of the presentation. Okay, let's continue. Okay, skills required by employees. Okay, these are the skills required by employees. See, complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation. Do you have the kind of negotiation skills? Okay, cognitive flexibility. So please answer to yourself, whisper to your heart, do you have all these skills? If you have, or if you have some of it, very good. Okay, keep on developing it. If you think you don't have the appropriate skills required by employees, such as what I'm showing here, and also before here, you need to start developing this. Okay, very, very critical. And these are not created by myself. This is created from this is reported by World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs Report. Okay, so this one also World Economic Forum, New Vision for Education. So these are all very, very important. So now I want you to put in your chat, okay? Main reason you do PhD. Please state there inside the chat box why you want to do PhD. I want to know. Just now, remember the first question is, what do you want to be? What's your ambition? But I didn't ask you to state it in the chat box. That is for you to keep to yourself. But now I want to know, what is the reason you do PhD? Okay, please state. Passion in doing research. Okay, Hizam said passion in doing research. Okay, others? Advance in knowledge. My late father vision. Okay. Anything else? There are plenty of you, so I expect maybe 10 at least answer here. So there are still 3. Anybody else? Love doing research. Okay, so if you love doing research, maybe you want to be a research officer, something like that. Passion in doing research. Okay. Others? Okay, Ilani, to be a lecturer. Okay, good. To excel in my field. Okay, good. I want to be like my former lecturer, Nazim Zainal. Oh, I wonder who might that be? Okay, I want to be like my former lecturer. Means you want to be a lecturer. Okay, anybody else? I want to be guest specialist. Okay, owning a business and as well as a lecturer. Wow. Okay, that's very, very good. Okay, so that's very interesting that you have stated your reason for doing PhD. Okay, but from what I can gather from past experiences, when I ask postgraduate students, those who do PhD, a lot of them, okay, I can conclude that 90% of those who want to do PhD, or maybe around the 80-90% of those who want to do PhD, really actually want to be a lecturer or want to be an academic, okay, want to work in a university. Okay, that is from from my asking here and there with other students. Okay, so I'm not sure whether a lot of you here are having that particular ambition or not, but it's up to you. You whisper to yourself. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, the reasons you do PhD, just now I have asked you, and then you have mentioned, okay, some of you want to be like now get new environment, extra knowledge, extra networking, owning a business, to be a lecturer, to be like my lecturer, my late father vision, and so on. So those are some of your reasons. Okay, when I ask many people, I can say that 80-90% want to be an academician. Okay, so that's my experience, my information seeking from when I discuss with others. Okay, so here are some of the reasons that I gathered. Okay, some of you, okay, some of those who do PhD want to be a lecturer, academician. The second most popular is second most popular answer is to be a researcher or postdoctoral. Parents wish. Yeah, just now we have one answer. Parents wish. My late father vision. Okay, Sapi. Okay, and then pride, satisfaction to the title. Okay, see, this is just to have the title doctor in front of your name. Okay, and then have to, no choice. How come? How come no choice? So there are also some people who have no choice. And then there's also not ready to join the industry. So some, okay, this is quite surprising. being an undergraduate engineering students, hopefully I believe all of you, majority is from engineering background. So you should have the how to say, the strength, the motivation, the I cannot find the right word, but you need to have the strength to be surviving in the industry. But some of you could not survive in the industry and tend to get back to the university to be doing a master or PhD. So that is something that is, I would like to say, please don't do this. You need to just face the reality. So if you are in the industry, you are an engineer now, working in the corporate world, working as an engineer, working as an accountant or whatever you are working. And if you want to continue your PhD or master because you want to escape, that's not a good strategy. Trust me. Okay, so you need to just maintain there, gather your strength. Okay, be strong mentally, and then just face whatever challenges that you are facing. Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay, since majority of the information that I gather is to be a lecturer, so it is very important that later after this I share the strategy how to be a lecturer. But then this is what I want to share with you outside there. Okay, after you graduated your undergraduate degree, or if you completed your master's or PhD degree, it is a brutal world outside there. Outside there means outside of the university. When you are actually working, when you are actually having a career, life is not always what directed to what you wanted. Maybe you plan strategically, beautifully. You want to have a nice work, comfortable work, work in having a very comfortable office with air condition, and then big salary, huge car, big house, and so on. But maybe it's very difficult to be just like that. So sometimes that's your plan, but it doesn't work that way. So there's plan. You need to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D until plan Z, Z, or whatever. So you need to have those plans so that if one thing, your plan A doesn't work, you need to have plan B and so on. And then you need to you need to accept the reality that when you start working, you need to start from the bottom. And then that's where sometimes you will feel pressure, stress. You need to get back late from home. Well, I faced that already. Okay, I was working in the industry before, and the pressure, the stress from the industry, I understand very much, pretty much. I have experienced all those brutality. Okay, when your boss, when your superior shout at you, mock at you, and all those things. So I know when I enter the university, it's a totally different situation. Okay, so the definition of scolding in the university versus scolding in the industry is totally different. Okay, this is just a small story. Okay, but then I'm not going to elaborate on that. So now get back to this topic. Okay, good to plan from now. Now, if you are doing your PhD, it's good to plan from now. Okay, you better plan from now what you want to be. And then if you are not sure yet what you want to be, you need to know what you want to be fast. Okay, I have encountered students who just graduated, not sure what they want to be, and they have dilemma. So having this dilemma is not good because you are uncertain of your future. So that's why the first question that I asked you just now at the beginning of the presentation is what you want to be, what is your ambition? Okay, so now PhD is more of a training process to be critical. So when you are doing PhD, you need to train yourself to be critical. You should train yourself to be critical, and you should not rely on your supervisor's direction. Of course, the supervisor will guide you, will direct you what to do. But then you should also have your own mind, and then you should discuss it with your supervisor. So normally, supervisor, when the students can put their plan professionally, systematically, and then it's a better plan compared to the supervisor's plan. Normally, the supervisor will, okay, I think that's a good plan. So maybe you can, I agree with you. So that's good for you. So you need to train brain. Okay. Okay. Typical options after PhD. I think just now we have answered roughly, but then anybody want to share what are the typical options after PhD? So maybe we can just now we can have okay, you want to contribute to the nation, that's good. Okay, but how? What's your job? What's your occupation? After you get PhD, what kind of occupation you want to have in order for you to contribute to the nation? Just now we know the most popular 80 to 90% of those PhD students want to be an academician. Okay, what else? Anything else? So researcher, postdoc, solving problem in industry, consultant, yes. Consultant, yes. Solving problem of industry. I assume you are referring to becoming a consultant. Yes, because when you do PhD, you are becoming an expert, and you are the expert in your area, better than your supervisor. Okay, apply new technology. How you are going to apply your new technology? The new technology. Is it by becoming a consultant? If yes, then fine. So that's good. Okay. So let's move on. Okay, these are the typical. Okay, Ali. Yes, by becoming a consultant. So these are okay. After I did a little bit of research, these are the typical options after PhD. Okay, academician, the most popular. Be a researcher, postdoc. Second best after becoming an academician. The third is career advancement. Okay, I will further elaborate on career advancement later. And then be an entrepreneur. Number 5, expert / consultant / corporate. Number 6, own a business, and others. Okay, others can be many things, many other miscellaneous things. Okay, but then let's see the category. So most of the time, the top 3 is intentional. So you want to do, but then the circumstantial is sometimes you could not be an academician. This is for those who want to be academician, but did not manage to secure any position. So they have to continue something in order to survive. So they become entrepreneur, they become consultant, or they become own business. However, if you already have set a target to be an expert, meaning you want to be a consultant after you get your PhD, that's good. So that has become intentional. So you want to be an expert, a consultant. So that's no problem. So circumstantial here means sometimes you don't get what you want in the top 3, top 1, top 2 here. Then you might consider moving on and become something else. Okay, you just cannot just sit down being very sad, frustrated with your life. I have spent 4 years, 3 years, 7 years doing PhD, but I am not getting the job that I want. Who is to be blamed? I can say it's you. Okay, you are, because maybe you did your PhD, but there are some other characteristics, criteria that is not okay. I will explain this further. So I'm going to divide, you see, into 6 scenarios. So becoming, let's put the laser pointer more. I want to put, where's my laser pointer? I don't know where's my laser pointer. It's okay. So this will be scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3. Afterwards, I will share scenario 1, 2, 3. Okay. scenario 4, scenario 5, and scenario 6. There will be 6 scenarios that I will share. So this will be pretty much covering many areas that you can venture after your PhD. Okay. If there's anything, hold on, let me just, okay, now it's not, it's not moving here. Okay, I need to cancel my annotation. Hold on for a while. Okay, no, it's not working. Hold on for a while. Okay. Okay, scenario 1. Scenario 1 is to be an academician. And I tell you, if you want to be an academician, a lecturer, a professor, this is what you need to do. Okay? To be an academician, I'm telling you to fulfill all the criteria that I'm going to share now. Okay? Then there will very high chance that you can be recruited as an academician, as a lecturer. Number 1, okay? Okay. Number 1, you need to have perseverance. This is my story, okay? But then, okay, I just share a little bit briefly my story, okay? After my time, okay, when I became a lecturer, that time the requirement was only to have master's degree. Okay, that's the minimum requirement to be a lecturer, and I was among the last person to be a lecturer by using master's degree. Okay, but I graduated my master's degree in 2002, and then in 2003 I applied to be a lecturer, but I did not manage to be one. 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2007. 5 to 6 years I applied. Every year I applied to be a lecturer. Okay, imagine 6 years. Okay, about 5 and 6 years. I tried from 2003 to 2008. I attempted to be a lecturer. I submitted my application many places, but I did not get anything until in 2000, end of 2007, I managed to secure a position at a university, a public university on the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. I don't want to name the university, but then I cannot work there because all of my family is here in JB, in Johor Bahru. So I attempted for the 6th time, okay, to 6 or 5 time, I couldn't remember clearly, 5 or 6 time, I applied to UTM, and my last application succeeded, okay, and then that's the short story from a very, very long story. I managed to be a lecturer in UTM. Okay, so you need to have the perseverance. This is for those of you who want to be an academician. Okay, number 2, you must have excellent research and publication portfolio. So this is very important. So if you are doing a research at the moment, when your supervisor asks you to write and publish, you need to write and publish, because that's for your betterness and also for your future as well. The manuscript will be under your name, and that will be counted as well when you want to be a lecturer. Number 3, you need to have amazing soft skills. You need to have the ability to speak very well. You need to have the ability to write nicely, to communicate, to be a very good team player, team worker. Okay, so you need to have these amazing soft skills. Otherwise, how you can be an academician? Okay, and then, okay, this can be like 95% guaranteed. Okay, if you are a professional engineer having IR, okay, in front of your name in Malaysia, okay, it's like almost guaranteed that you can be recruited as a lecturer. You can be accepted as a lecturer. Okay, so that is very, very critical and very important, because a lot of department, okay, a lot of engineering faculties and schools, they lack of professional engineers, and having a professional engineer is a requirement for the curriculum to be a very good accepted curriculum. So all of these schools, department, engineering, okay, engineering schools and department, they lack of professional engineer IR. So if you have that, 95% chance, or maybe I can say 99%, you will be recruited. Okay, but you need to fulfill the other factors as well. Okay, and then you need to have a wow factor. Wow factor. What is wow factor? Anybody can say, can put at the chat, what is wow factor? Wow, this guy. Wow. Anybody? Special skills, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Special personality. So you see, when you see somebody walking, wow, that guy seems to be very attractive. It's like a magnet. You want to see that guy or that woman. So the aura is there, and then maybe when he or she speaks, have a very good slang. So you need to have a wow factor as well. That is an additional, okay, additional feature that is very good. Okay. Okay, let's see some more. Okay, wow factor can be many things. Okay, and then you need to have a good reputation. Get good reputation. So what I meant by good reputation is, you see, we are living in a community. You need to do everything nicely. You need to be humble. You don't be arrogant. Don't be a person that bully other people. Don't be a person with anger. You need to stay calm, stay kind, be very kind, be very generous, be humble, because you would not know when you go somewhere else can recommend you something, either positively or negatively. Okay, I was in a meeting few years ago to select some new lecturers, and then let's say, for example, there's 7 candidates to be a lecturer. Okay, but then one candidate was automatically rejected, even though, okay, they have all the requirements. Okay, why? Because one of the panel, he said, this guy is not good. He is arrogant. He is not a kind person. He have this anger management issue. You see what I mean? So even though you have good reputation, you have the IR, you have wow factor, but then suddenly somebody who don't know about you, that have all those skills, all those track record, they only know you by your reputation somewhere. Maybe you accidentally uh, raise your voice towards this person who you don't know, who actually have certain power. So this guy can just scrap you off. So you need to have a good reputation. You need to be very kind anywhere you are. Okay, be humble, right? And then, of course, finally is you need to make dua, luck and prayers. Okay, so this is quite very important. So please fulfill all this, and then you need to be a very good academician, inshallah. Okay, the attitude while doing PhD. Okay, what will be the attitude that you should have while doing a PhD? Please share at the chat box. Good attitude. Okay, what kind of attitude? Are you guys okay so far? If yes, okay, put good. Mansur say hard work. Okay, consistency, yes. Responsible, yes. Perseverance, yes, very important. Perseverance. Punctual and consistent. Discipline, yes, correct. Grit, yes, grit, very important. Patience, yes. All of these are the attitude that you need to have. Any others? Okay, so that's fine. That's quite okay. So you need to have all those things. Okay, you need to be hardworking. You need to be disciplined. Sometimes you got worn out. Okay, you got to be very exhausted by doing a lot of research, writing, experiments, and so on. it's okay to treat yourself. Sometimes you need to take a rest, take a break. Go and take a break, maybe 2 or 3 days. Go for a break, a holiday, vacation. So you will come back fresh, no problem. Because we are human beings, and then we have emotion. We have to take care of our mental health as well. So we need to take a break. Then take a break. Okay, but you don't take a break like 90% of the time you take a break. So that's not good. So you need to balance between taking a break. So taking a break like 10% of your time you can take a break. Okay. So to do while doing PhD. So lecturer is an all-rounder person. So you need to know this if you want to be a lecturer. Be active and involved in activities. Time management. Okay, lecturer is very, very busy. Uh, uh, I'm saying maybe it's not a very good thing, because when it's very flexible, you tend to bring your job back home. Okay, then market yourself. Okay, increase network and connection. These are very important. Okay, market yourself, increase network and connection. Very, very important. Start a business, project on your interest, pleasant personality, be likable, always empower yourself and others, stay focused and on track of your PhD. So this is very important, especially when you want to do your when you want to have the ambition to be a lecturer. So you need to be well prepared on this. Okay, so this is the kind of student supervisor relationship that you need to have, because when your professor, when your supervisor supervises you, so you need to work with him or her properly. Okay, you need to have a very good working environment. You need to balance between your work, your life, and your meeting the deadline and so on. So you need to have a good collaboration with your professor, a good relationship as well, because your professor, your supervisor will be your lifeline. Some people will say your supervisor is your God. Some people say, okay, I'm not saying that. So because he or she has the power towards you. Okay, he or she can say do this, do that, and then you need to follow. So but then there should be a limit on that, meaning if it is good for you, good for the research, good for your training, then it's okay. Sometimes the professor will ask you to do something that is not related to your research. That's fine, because that can be an unofficial training as well. That's what I see. Okay, sometimes that could be a good training indirectly. Okay, so managing PhD life could be tricky, especially if you have family, if you have babies, and so on. Okay, I love to see this four burner theory. Okay, this is a theory that is very interesting. There are four burners. It's very difficult for you to balance between these four, meaning health, work, family, friends. So sometimes you need to focus more on your work. So the burner for work will be bigger, and then maybe unfortunately the health part will be smaller. So this depends on how you manage everything. So everything cannot be working out equally the same. Okay, meaning you balance your work, health, and family and friends at the same magnitude. This is what four burner theory says. Okay, this is not what I say. I'm just saying what four burner theory says. But for me, this is my theory. Okay, I just created this last year. Okay, so in our life, okay, we need to have ourselves. Okay, ourselves is the big circle, covering all the four other lenses. So and then we have this PhD career. The PhD career. I'm not sure whether you can see my mouse moving. Can you see my mouse or cursor moving? If yes, please put thumbs up so I can know. Okay, all right, okay, that's good. Thank you for verifying that. So PhD career is your focus at the moment, but at the same time, you have your family to take care. So when I was doing my PhD, and I believe many of you also have your family, have your small kids around. So this is something that you need to take care as well. Also, you need to take care of the community, your friends, the people around you, your friends, your colleague, your neighbors, the place where you live. So this sometimes need to be taken care of as well, even though maybe not very much, but still you need to be involved in a community. And then you don't want to be living in a place where you don't know what is happening next to your house, in front of your house, behind of your house. So maybe you need to know what's happening at your neighborhood. And then this is your special interest. Special interest can be like your hobby, whatever your interest is. Maybe you love to play badminton or volleyball, or you love to play Mobile Legend, or you love to play e-sport, or you love to do stockbroking, whatever you want to do. So this is how you need to balance your life. Then every four lenses will be balanced by your belief. So like me, I'm a Muslim, so I believe in the way of life that I am facing. So I'm doing my best to balance everything, even though sometimes some of it is shrinking, not very active, but then I try to balance it. So I believe all of you also need to balance it. However, if some of you, okay, some of you maybe are here, okay, in I assume in Malaysia or maybe in UTM, maybe you are single, okay, so you don't have your family around, then you can focus on your PhD career, PhD better than other people who have family. So sometimes you don't have any special interest. Your interest is only PhD, your research work. So you have a bigger portion for focusing your PhD. So that's good. Not to say that's good. That's not really good because you are not balancing it. But the opportunity for you to speed up, to accelerate your PhD is there. Okay. Okay. So this is something that I want to share. Okay. So next, the PhD timeline that will affect your future and after PhD. So you need to know what you want to achieve in your first year, your second year, your third year, your fourth year. Okay. Maybe your third year, you already want to do the second assessment and then continued by your Viva. Some people do not have the luxury of completing in 3 years. So you need to you were dragged to the fourth year, and some to the fifth year. It's okay, no problem. As long as you finish, you complete your PhD, and then you got to do what you want to do after your PhD. I mean your career. But you need to set your goals. Okay, what to achieve. I know some of you, some of the PhD students, they are not sure what to target for the first year, for the second year. So you can sit down with your supervisor and discuss what you want to target. Okay. Okay, so those are the scenario for you if you want to be a lecturer, just not scenario one. So scenario two, if you want to be a researcher or postdoc. Okay. So to be a researcher, the second most popular option. So usually you can get to be a research officer or research assistant or research manager or postdoc is postdoctoral in research centers, centers for excellence, research group, corporate companies. Okay, as I showed there. So those are some of the example of companies that you can work as a research officer, as a research engineer. You can work there. Okay, and here's a recent example. Maybe some of you know Joanne Wee. So she was in our School of Chemical and Energy Engineering, UTM. So she just completed her PhD degree, and then PhD, and then she is working with Hartalega, a company that involved in nitrile gloves and also other businesses. So she have a doctorate and then she's working there. So why not? Okay, so it's possible. Okay, so this is something. Okay, now I'm going to share something that is very important for you to start prepare while doing your PhD. So a lot of people, okay, a lot of PhD candidate, they think of okay, when I want to, I will just start seeking for a job after I completed my PhD. So exactly a wrong strategy. Okay, you need to start working from now, parallel with your PhD research. You need to start working to get your self-employed. Okay, so you need to have a strategy from now. So if you are in your first year PhD or second year PhD, that's very good. If you are in your fourth year PhD, don't worry, it's not too late. You need to start working the strategy out. Okay, so this is the wrong strategy. Okay, you spend a lot of your time writing resume, CV, uploading resume, CV online. So this is the wrong strategy. Meaning you spend a lot of time significantly for this, and then after that, maybe you get called for interview, and then you start being interviewed. You prepare for interview. You spend some amount of time there, and then you get you go to the next stage, and then which is creating a job search strategy and creating credibility. This is not the way it should be. Okay, and then the last part is networking and generating referrals. So what you need to do is you need to do some kind like the other way around. Okay, you need to do this first. You need to build up your networking, your networking, generating referrals. So you need to make your LinkedIn work for you. You need to start publicizing yourself in LinkedIn. Even though you have not completed your PhD, you need to make outside people know your existence, know your expertise, know what you are able to do. By time, people will be knowing you. Okay, people know that you are somebody who is an expert in this particular area. Then only, you see, it should be the other way around. Okay, so this distribution of your time is wrong. It's not viable job strategy. It will not get you hired. So you are going to compete with a lot of people if you use this way. Okay, this way is not the right way. Even though this is the traditional way, a lot of people will do it like this. But I'm telling you, don't do it like this. So you need to do the other way around. You see, 40% of new hires come from referrals. So when people know you because of your expertise, your specialties, people will be very happy to recommend you. So believe it, okay, when you look at your LinkedIn, maybe your Facebook, maybe your whatever social media that you have, and then you keep on posting your updates about what you do, what your career, your successes, your achievements. Maybe you attended certain courses to learn something, a very specific knowledge or skill. Then people will start knowing you. People will realize who you are, and then from there, people will. Maybe you have realized that sometimes in LinkedIn, people will. There's a place where a section where people can recommend you. So that's something that is quite very useful in LinkedIn. Okay, so are you spending enough time networking and generating referrals? That's a question mark for you. Can you answer that inside the chat box? I want to see. Yes or no? Or so. Okay, so some of you say no already. What about the rest? Okay, while waiting for the rest to answer, I would like to say something. Okay, when I first got my first job, okay, as a chemical / project engineer before in 2003, I did not. I'm telling you again, I did not write any CV, prepare any CV, apply for the job. It is 100% coming from referral. Somebody, this company was having a vacancy, okay, for a chemical engineer, and then somebody in that company knows me, and then he directly invited me, have a brief chit chat session. Okay, let's go to Terteh tomorrow, Terengganu. So I am immediately being employed. So you see the power of referral. Okay, what's the question again, please? Okay, Mansur asked. Are you spending enough time in your social media, such as LinkedIn or Facebook, to start networking and generating referrals. Start networking, basically start networking, updating your social media and so on. Okay, so this is something that you need to start doing it. You need to make people, the community out there, the industry out there, realize who you are. Okay, so this is very important. Yes, you are making new connections but not really active. I know you are well, start making start being active. So if you can be active professionally in LinkedIn, so normally all the professionals, the industry, the recruiters are inside LinkedIn. Okay, so you need to be available there. You need to show yourself there, but show what you do. So like you, Fun, you can just share, such as how many, when you get paper being published, you share with others. Otherwise, who will know? Who in the world will know? It's maybe you, your supervisor, your research group, and then that's all. But that's a waste of knowledge. Okay, so you need to share it with others, so let them know you are the expert in photocatalysis, example. Okay, example, you are the expert in membrane technology, something like that. You are the expert in okay, blah 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 blah, progressive freeze concentration, for example. So you need to do that. Okay, start making connections, start making publicizing yourself. All right, if you say you don't have time for social media, please ask yourself whether do you have time to do other unnecessary things. I don't know what unnecessary things, but do you have time to watch TikTok or Facebook Reels or YouTube short video or all those things? If you have time for that, so you should have time to do some socializing. Okay, so I'm not asking you to be there all the time, but at least you update certain achievement. Okay, I am still updating my Facebook, okay, in Chemical Engineering World Facebook page, and I update it regularly. So if you can see my digital name card just now, you can see one of it is the Facebook page. So even though I consider myself busy, but I still do my best to update. So just try and find some time to do it, because it's going to be very beneficial for your future. Okay, so people will know you. Okay, here is what I say ATS, or applicant tracking system. This is what you need to do. Okay, applicant tracking. No, sorry, this is not what you need to do, but this is what is being done to recruit people. So whenever you send your CV to JobStreet or any other places to find job, so this is what happened. 1,000 people see the job post line offer, 250 people submit application, 60 make it past